Hey guys, today is August 5th, Friday, and I just finished marking the rest of the days on the July calendar that I hadn't marked. I think the last time I marked was on the 19th when I last created with you. I haven't done anything off camera since, so this will be the first time I'm creating again in several days. And we're in pink colors now. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark this real quick, and then we'll get on to what we're doing today. And it's kind of mixed in with blue. I'm just going to take a little bit of this stencil that's left over. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And let's do this. Just use up the paint. Okay, that works for me. So, let's put this off to dry. And what we're going to do today is work on the July calendar page. And I do this when I first show this to you, in case you're new, but this is a calendar for the year of 2015 that I went through and I marked every month like I just did in the calendar for 2016 when I create on camera with you guys. And we just did June's page a few weeks ago. So now we're going to do July. And then we'll be caught up once we get August done. So I'm kind of lagging behind about a month, but we're getting an earlier start on this page than we did this page, considering how early it is in August. So for this month's page, this is a sing, the phrase says, sing with the breeze, dance in color, create love and rainbows. And I was looking at this before I turned on the camera, and I was looking at the marks I had made on here already. And it's been a year, so I don't even remember what I was doing or what I was thinking, but usually I try to mark the pages off with colors that are pulled from the inspiration page. And so I used red and blue in this one. And I've got some stamps on here, so I must have been working on a project where I just put extra paint and stamping down and stuff. So anyway, I was thinking, what can I do with this page? I've got a flower stencil, I've got a butterfly or a moth, I think it's a moth, and I've got a stamp that's like little meter marks from letter meters, and then just some squiggly lines where I was using a brush full of blue, red, and I just squiggled it down the line like that. So I was looking at this thinking, what can I do, what can I do, what can I do? And you know, we've got a lot of reds in here and pink, but the word rainbow kept standing out to me, and not because of the actual image of a rainbow, but because of the colors in the rainbow. So I thought, well, I've got red and blue already here, so maybe I will use the colors of the rainbow on this page and see what we can create. It's kind of a challenge because that's a lot of colors to use on this page, and it's not me picking and blending what I want, it's trying to work with what I'm supposed to work with. And in the rainbow, the colors are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So I'm still working with the Deco Art paint, Crafter's acrylic paint that I got from Home Depot that I told you about in many, many videos ago. And I've got the Christmas red pulled out, and then I have the orange, which is pure pumpkin, and I put them in order of the colors of the rainbow. So red and orange. Yellow is, I've got daffodil yellow, and I also pulled out the darker yellow, which is a bright yellow, and just in case I wanted to use one or the other or both. And the greens, they provide 3 greens in this pack of paint. And the first one's citrus green, then wild green, and then holiday green. So those are the greens. And then in the blues, there's tropical blue and bright blue. I mean, these are way opposite colors, so I don't know. I may use them all, I may not, I don't know. And then for the indigo, I'm using African violet because it's darker than the what I'm going to consider violet, even though it's not violet. Purple passion. And the reason I'm going this order is because I looked at an image of the rainbow because I thought, which color would I put first? This says violet, which would be the last color, but it's dark, and it goes from dark to light in the purples, if you go look at a rainbow picture. So I'm going to use this one first and then this one. After I test them. If I test them and I find this looks darker, I'll switch. But we won't know till we get there. So, what's going on? We had a major storm the other day. A lot of trees down in the area. People have been working on getting out of their yards. And right now I have on my table this big, huge, let's see if I can turn it, container. It holds 32 ounces, and what's in it is water, and it's warm water, actually not warm, but tap water, and I have a whole lemon peeled, the yellow part peeled off and left most of the pith and juice. I left all the juice, took out the seeds, and a little tiny piece of ginger, and I put it in my Vitamix and mixed it all up, and I'm drinking that. So that's what this is. And also in the mail today, I'll show you what I got real quick. I finally broke down and ordered my new heat gun, and I love my old heat gun so much that I ordered the exact same one. And it looks like a little different color, but it's the exact same tool because I love this so much. So I'm going to use this one till it dies, and then I'll use this one. I'm thinking once this one dies and I start using this one, I'm going to try to open this one and fix it. I asked my husband, did he want to fix it for me? And he said no. And I said, why? He said, because I'd rather you just buy a new one. And I said, okay, but I still want the challenge of seeing if we can fix this one. So I think we're still going to open this one up and see if maybe a wire's just loose somewhere and fix it. I'd love to have two heat guns working at the same time. I mean, I wouldn't be like tandem working, but you know, like when my friend comes to visit, hopefully, which will be soon. Well, she's not coming until my house is back together, so it won't be soon. You know, she'll have a heat gun she can use, or if my niece is visiting, or my grandchildren. So let's get started on this page. All right, first thing I'm going to do is start with red. Now, I already have red down, so I really don't need to add any red. And what I'm thinking of doing, and this may be difficult, I'm not sure. Let me bring you a little closer. What I'm trying to think about doing, trying to do, one way or the other, whichever way you want to say it, that's how you say it. Whichever way translates best in your brain. If you leave it up to me, we'll all be confused. Okay. I already have the red down here, and there's blue. This is a blue color I put on the stencil. So I was thinking of leaving this red here and then going ahead and jumping to the orange and adding the orange, which will be the next, the orange, which will be the next color in the rainbow. And I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and open the red and put down another layer. I may do that just so that I can double load my brush and use two colors at once. I don't know, we'll see when I get started. And then I was thinking of making this flower here, leaving it blue. This is really going to be a colorful page. I don't know how I'm going to finagle this to work to suit me, but we'll see. I may just cover all over and start all over again, but this is the plan so far. Thinking about leaving this blue flower here, and I'm going to go ahead and go over it with more blue paint. Now, I don't know if I have the stencil with me. I found my little book of stencils, but I think this comes off a bigger sheet, so I'll see if I have my bigger stencils somewhere. And if I do, I may just reuse the stencil. If not, I've got a lot of painting to do, and I don't really want to do detail work, so I might just kind of wing it and make it messy look. I don't know. We'll see. And then I'm going to bring in the greens into the stem and the leaves here, and then the blue, like I said, the flower, and then the purples, something on the side, I don't know. But let's just get started and see how this turns out. I'll know as we go along how I'm feeling about it and what I think I want to do, and we'll just see how it goes. All right, so I am going to decide on the brush size. Let's see, I think it's going to be that one or this one. Let's see. I guess this one. I think this one might be too big. And this one too small. All right, let's go with this size. I don't know what size it is. Let's see if it says. It's a 5/8. 5/8 flat brush, if you're interested. So let's get our red. Oops. Let's try. Yeah, let's go that way. All right, let's get our red out. Put a dab on the card. And we'll get the orange out. And I have the challenge of going around this flower and getting the colors with this red here, and I'm thinking that it's just going to be kind of faked. I'm not going to try to fix it the same way I'm going to do these here and this down here. I'm just going to fake it to kind of add some color in. So okay. Now, if you've never done this before, where you use two colors on your brush, it is called double loading, I believe. I've only done it a few times, and that was years ago when I was painting, I don't know, something on wood. But anyway, I've never taken any classes on this kind of painting or anything like that, so I have no clue if that's the terminology. But I saw this technique done the other day in a video by Teresa5, and it's the very last video that is up that I know about, where she painted some flowers with double loading her brush, and she did a fantastic job. It is a beautiful piece of art, and I suggest that you go and check it out. I'll put a link below if I can remember to do so once I upload this video, but by the time I get to editing, I don't know if I remember I even said this. But anyway, she really did a beautiful job, and so when I saw this, it reminded me of what she did, and I thought, you know, I'm just going to kill two birds with one stone, try to get two colors down and do the rainbow. When I thought of the rainbow, I thought, that's what I'll do. So anyway, if you want to see a really good way of doing this method, this technique, you need to look at hers, because she definitely knows what she's doing. So you just load part of the color on one side of your brush and part of the color on the other, and then kind of blend. And let's go right here, and let's follow this line, kind of squiggly. Okay, so now we have red and orange, and I'm going to continue on with all the open ones that I can find doing that. This is open. That's not really open. That's kind of open. Like I said, we're going to kind of fake it. All right, now let's kind of fake it here and here, 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 here. Just fake, fake, fake. Just adding in the colors that belong. I really need a little bit more orange because I can leave the red alone. I've blended my brush so much I don't know which side's orange anymore. Just pretend it's this one. And like I said, I may not leave this way. It may annoy me after a while. Okay, so we have that. Now the next two colors I want to do are yellow and green. And like I said, the green is going to be on the stem, but and I don't want every color across here, so I'm going to fill in this part here with the yellow. And there's two yellows, and so we're going to use two yellow colors just because we want to. This is not a perfect rainbow. And be done with the background, so to speak, until we decide what else to do. So again, you know, I didn't even show you on camera. Sorry. Here's my paint side by side, and I just dipped my brush on one side, dipped my brush on the other, and then kind of blended them like that. Okay, like I said, watch Teresa. She knows what she's doing. faking it out through here. Let's go ahead and do this one over here. Fake, fake. And fake it in here too. Okay. Gonna go over this a little bit more. All right. I have a feeling I'm going to be pushing this way back. Let's see, the orange is standing out too much, so I think I'll bring the red back in. Kind of faking it out again, like I said. Word of the day, right? All right. So now we are on the green, and the green is 3 shades here, and I'm probably going to use all 3 just because I want to. So start with the light and put the darker toward the back. I'm just going to use the lids. Okay, let's start with the darker one. I was going to start with light, but I changed my mind. And let's just add in the green here. And the blue may show through, I'm okay with that. And there's a leaf here, I'm going to kind of simulate the leaf. It's not attached. That's okay. All right, let's go to the middle color, and they're on the side here like this in a row. I started with the dark, now the next one, and then the lighter one. I've got you closer so you can see this, and so you don't see a lot what's going on the outside. So sorry about that. I'm going to show you a close-up of that after I get these caps back on. And we're done with the green for now. We probably will we'll probably be revisiting these colors, but the blue is next. Let me just show you where we're at. Kind of ugly, isn't it? But we're going to keep going until we love it. Hopefully we'll love it. Now, just because we're using these colors doesn't mean they're going to show at the end. I'm just using them because it's an idea and it's a process to start. And as I work through this, I know the colors have been used, but that's what started me off and got me where I wind up, if that makes any sense, okay? So I don't know if these are going to show when I get done. They may not. We'll see. So now we're on the blues, and I've got 2 blues here, and plus this blue that's already down. So this is like the middle color to me, a middle color, a medium color. So I'm going to start with the dark and then do the light. You may see some of this, you may not. And the centers here, I might change that color later, but for now, I may leave it blue. Just in case you're wondering. Okay. Let's just use this brush. And let's start with this flower here. I'm gonna kind of mush the color in. I'm not really gonna try to outline it perfectly. I'm just gonna mush the color in. And if you hear any funny squeaky crackly noises, it's my chair. I've explained, kinda. I didn't really explain. I told you about it in another video. The last video, I think. I'm sitting in a leather chair right now, and I'm not usually in a leather chair, so depending on what I'm wearing, it depends on the sound that the chair makes when I rub against it, when I move around. So it's kind of a odd sound, and if you don't know what it is, you'd be wondering. Don't be wondering. It's just leather. Bailey's doing good. She's not up here with me. My husband's working from home today. He works from home 2 days a week. Well, he works at home all the time, but he's actually working during the day at home 2 days a week. And so she's down there hanging out with him. So that's probably why I'm a little quieter. And let's see, today's the 5th. Her doctor's appointment for surgery is the 16th, I think. So that's coming up. And the 2nd, which was just a couple days ago, was the anniversary of my father passing away. So it's been 2 years. And some of you have been with me long enough that you remember when that was going on. So, can you believe it's been that long? Been 2 years. And 2 days before that was the anniversary of my mother being gone for 11 years. She passed away on July 31st. And my dad passed away August 2nd. And my friend's birthday, my long childhood friend, forever and ever friend, her birthday is August 1st. And she jokes about they squeezed her in between. And my parents weren't married, so it's not like, one lost the other. They both remarried and all that stuff, so we won't go into all that. I'm going to the lighter color now. I didn't do the dots yet because I'm not sure how I want to do them. And I'm just going to put some of the blue, light blue in here. Anyway, it's kind of an odd situation to lose a parent on a day, and then a day later, however many years later it happens, the second parent kind of anniversary happens. It's like, in a way, it's a blessing because you kind of get hit with it all at once instead of it spread out through the year. And I don't know. Can you look at it as a blessing? I guess you can. You can find a good in anything if you try, I guess. So I do much better now. Years after it's been over. It took me years, though, to get over Mom. I learned a lot going through that. So going through losing Dad was, it was a different experience, but I know the things I should and shouldn't do to help me through. But the days were good. Nothing major went on that day. So anyway, I just was thinking how odd, not odd, but how kind of cool it is that some of you have been with me that long that you actually know about these events in my life. You don't know about Mom. I mean, you weren't with me through Mom because that was so long ago. I wasn't even doing videos. I was doing my doll designs and making cloth dolls, which I am going to be doing more of. But I wasn't doing videos. YouTube, I don't even think existed. I don't know. Now let's go back over with the dark little dots. I did the light blue, and I'm going to kind of dot with the dark blue, leaving the light blue showing. And I'm just going to do a few little kind of straight, squigglyish, straightish lines in the flower with the blue, the darker blue. Just because I felt like it. All right, now we've got the blue done for now. When I look up at the camera where you guys are, I think, wow, this looks weird. This whole thing. All right, there's our blues. Now we've got our indigo, and I need to test these two. I'm not even sure how I'm going to use them, but the darker one needs to go first, whichever color that winds up being. So let's do a little test on, well, if I can get it out, this paper here. Okay, that's pretty much what I thought it was going to be, so that's what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to pause the video for a minute and think, because I'm not sure how I want to bring these colors in. I just know I'm going to do something a little different with them. Instead of adding it into the flower or whatever, I want something bold. I don't know what, but maybe I'll look through my stencils and my shapes and stuff that I've got available and see what I can find. I'll be right back. Okay, I was looking through my little box here of small, like, mark making tools, and this lid stood out to me. So I'm going to take this lid and I'm going to make a circle, and a half a circle, like off the page, and color it in the dark purple. And then I'll decide if I'm going to put the light purple in it or not. But right now what I'm going to do is just take a pencil and just kind of roughly trace a circle. And we'll do one here. Just what I wanted to do. And who knows how this is going to come out. And this one's going to be half off the page. Okay. Let's see. Don't want to use my finger. Let's close up the lighter color first. Get that out of the way so I don't have to worry about messing up on that. And let's put some of this paint out on the mat. And let's just finger paint it in. This way, it will not be a perfect circle, but it will be circle-ish. You'll get the idea of what it is, right? Okay. And can y'all see? I hope so. And then the half circle. I'm gonna need more paint. This is not enough. Okay. The colors are coming through really pretty here. I think maybe I'll leave them alone. Watch me stick my hand in this now. Okay. And then let's bring in the light purple. Now, what am I going to do with the light purple? I don't know. I don't know if I want it in this circle. I need to dry this. Well, first I want to show you. See the colors coming through? How pretty that is? I really love that. So even if I get rid of all this in the background, we'll still have this if I don't cover it up. We'll see. I'm going to dry this and I'll be right back. Okay. This might be a little crazy and I may be sorry that I did this, but we're going to do it anyway. I have these little stencils that came from Saw Crafters, and I went through them. I was going through this box and I was looking for something that I would maybe like to put in the circles here, and I may still come back and do that, but right now what I'm thinking is this brick wall is really appealing to me, and maybe I'll bring this color that we're going to use next, the last color in the rainbow, the violet, representative of violet, and bring in a brick wall behind all this. And let's see what it looks like. And this is dry, not real dry, but partially dry. So we're gonna use a sponge and try to keep our hands out of the wet paint. And let's start right here. No, start here. I'm gonna try and keep off the green and off the purple, the dark purple, and just do in between, kind of filling in space. Now, I'm not dying to fill up all the white space because I like the white space. So if I leave some of that, I'll be okay. And if I don't, okay too. This is a light enough color, I think, that it will be okay. And besides that, there's still the wall effect, so that leaves a little bit of space in between, and that'll be white, so it'll work out. All right, let's go right there and see. Kind of cool. Kind of cool, kind of cool. And let's go over here. Now what do we do? Okay, we've used every color in the rainbow. So we need to play with this a little bit and make it happen. So let me think. Let me show you a close-up. Okay. And I'll come back once I know what I want to do. I'm going to dry this too. So that's what I'll be doing, drying. Okay, the goal to use all the colors in the rainbow has been accomplished, but I didn't say I wasn't going to use other colors. So I'm going to bring in this white and this light antique white. I'm going to start with the light antique white. I may not use the white. And I'm going to use these sequin waist stencils. It's also called Punchinella. And I'm going to start with the bigger size here, and I may move to this smaller size, but I'm going to try to fill in areas around here, around the flower. So I may have to use both sizes. This covers more area, so I thought I would try that first. And I hope I have a spot on my sponge that's clean enough. I do. Okay, let's start with this right here. Let's see if we can I don't know if I love it. Maybe I'll go with white after all. Let's go around the circles in the white. It's not the look I'm after. Switch over to the black. This is a China marker. In case you don't know, it's a peel off China marker. This is white and this one's black. Okay, this is way too busy for me, so we're going to push the background back some more. And I think I'm going to use gesso. I thought about using a color from in here, but I don't think I want to. I'll start with gesso. This is not clear this time. This is regular gesso, white gesso. And it's Liquitex. And I'm just going to play with it right now. Okay, I've done a little thinking as I was sitting here, and I don't like this page. So it's got potential, but I don't really like it. So what we're gonna do is I have done what I set out to do. I have used the colors of the rainbow, oops, and it has gotten me this far. And now I'm going to use the colors of the rainbow again, but I'm going to use them however I feel like. I'm going to add and change and move and whatever I want to do. And if I change to another color that's not in the rainbow, I'll let you know, but probably I'll stick with the colors I used before. And I'm not even sure what I want to do. I just know I'm going to do something. And let's get this orange ready because I kind of like them mixed together. I'm just going to put a dab there, a dab there, and a dab there. And I'm going to have the orange ready and the yellow ready. Dash of orange. little bit of yellow. And lastly, the red. And I probably should wait for this to dry, but you know how I am. I don't usually wait. All right, and I'm gonna try, I don't know if it will succeed. Okay. Now let's get some of this blue and a darker yellow and probably this green. And let's mess with this flower. This is why my videos are longer, because I don't leave it. I don't have a plan from point A to point Z. I wing it and go by whatever's feeling good at the moment. And a lot of times I start over with what I'm doing. Like now we're kind of starting over, and I don't know, I hate to edit that part out because I want you guys to see that sometimes it's a process of just thinking and planning the next move on at the moment, you know? So if I sat down here with a piece of paper and colors and had a plan of what to draw and paint out, it'd be over much quicker, but I don't know what I would get because I don't work that way. So anyway, I'll try to do a fast forward version for those of you who don't like to sit through long videos, but some of you really like the process of hearing the thoughts that go into what I've done and why I did what I did, and the mistakes I make, things I try to recover from. So try to please everybody a little bit. That's impossible, but I try. All right, now let's do a little bit of this green in the stem. I'm doing all this with my fingers, and my fingers are not as skinny as these stems, so I don't know what I'm going to get, but I want to play with my fingers on this page. I want to paint with my fingers on this page. I should say that. I'm going to lose the leaf shape because I can't get my fingers to fit in these spaces, but that's okay. You get the idea that the leaf is there. All right, I'm liking this better. Whoops. Okay, what other colors do I want to use? Let me dry this and I'll come back and tell you what I want to do next. Okay, I've been sitting here looking at this for a second, and I'm going to pull in colors that are different than I've been using. So the colors of the rainbow have been used, but now I'm going to use others. and that's because it's my page and I can. And I'm also going to use a stencil. I've been looking at this stencil over there, sat off to the side, and I thought, I really want to add some of these little scallops. I was going to hand do them, but I thought, man, I like this stencil, so I'm going to bring in some scallops, and I'm going to use this blue, this light blue. If I had my spa blue, I would be using that. So I'm going to put a little bit of that out, and I'm going to keep the circles and the scallops the same color, so it's not a big deal if they the paint gets in each one. And I'm still preserving my little meter here. Can you see? Let's move this up a little bit. There we go. And let's just go for it. Stick around right here. Not exactly what I wanted, but I'm gonna stick with it. And then a little bit over here, just a little bit right there. Okay, can't even see it very well over there. And I also wanted to take this purple, the dark purple we were using, and I like that better. Okay, and the other thing I wanted to do, okay, y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, I know, but this just doesn't stand out enough for me. So we're gonna go with this pink and this pink and see what we get. And I'm gonna do it with my fingers. I seem to do, I don't know, like what I do better with my fingers. So let's put these colors out. I could destroy this page in a heartbeat, but let's hope that I don't. Let's hope it works out. Okay, let's go for it down here first. And we'll try to stay with the scallop design. I will be doing some outlining, so. Okay, kind of like it. Call me crazy, but I kind of like it. Okay, and let's just do there and there, and just a little one there. Okay, now let's bring in, wish I should have cut my nails, they're too long for this. I like that. I don't know why. I just do. I think I hear Bailey at the door. Hold on. Okay. Normally what I would do is take my pen and start outlining, but I think I'm going to use a paintbrush. This says 2/0, 2/0. I don't know what size that is, but it's a little tiny liner brush. And I took some black paint and put it on my little card here, and I'm going to do some outlining. I didn't dry the page, so hopefully it's okay. And I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I may not like it. If I don't, then I've messed it up and I gotta start over and do something different. But I'm just gonna do some little outlining with the brush, the same way I would the pen. Kind of a sketchy, non-perfect kind of way of outlining. I don't want it to be perfect, so I gotta go over a little bit and outside the line. And let's do these. Okay, and we'll do the circles too. And the little scallops. I don't want the lines to be on top of each other, so I'm trying to go offline. This might be too dark for what I wanted. I won't know till I'm done if I like it or not. And let's see what else. I want my dark green. Actually, I don't want this green. I want this green. This is a dark turquoise. And the pinks I used were Cherry Blossom Pink and Tutti Frutti, in case anybody's interested. I don't always name the paint colors, but sometimes I take time and do it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna dry this and think. Okay, I'm going to take my Sharpie poster paint pen now and see if I can screw this up any more than I already have, because I'm not loving this. I'm hoping I'll love it in the end, but I gotta be honest with you, it's not my favorite. And it's fairly dry, probably not dry enough, but oh, also I need my black pen. I'm going to use a Vision Elite. It's Uniball Vision Elite. And I'm going to bring in the stem a little bit. And I might do a little bit of scribbling around here too. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't really use black paint on the leaves and the stem. Okay. I'm liking this better. Liking it better. We're getting there. I wanted to use this earlier, but I didn't, so I'm going to do it now. But it's a corrugated piece of cardboard that I tore off the layer like this. I tore it off on the side so it leaves me with the lines here that I like to use. And I'm going to put some paint out on this card here and just kind of smear it out here. And see if I can get some lines that I like. Okay, I think I like that. All right. So, is there anything else I want to do besides put on a phrase? And I gotta find a phrase, so I'll be right back. Okay, I am going to seal this and see if I like it. If not, I'm going to paint over it and start all over. I've signed my name a different way this time. I used a brush and I just signed it LRH with a 16 for 2016 down there. And I'll show you that close-up in a minute when I give you a close-up. I chose the quote, "Creativity is just connecting things" by Steve Jobs. And I like that because it made me think, well, this is what I did with this page. I basically just connected colors. I mean, I really didn't have a plan. I really didn't pull anything off spectacular, but I had fun and I used the colors of the rainbow, which is what my incentive was after I was inspired by the word rainbows here. And after we did that, we threw in some more colors of our own to make it ours. But I'm liking this. I'm liking it more and more. So I'm going to seal it with a deco page. And I'm going to put the creativity is just connecting things quote on there. Hopefully it's all dry enough. And can't wait to get my glass jar back out so I can see how much stuff is in there and where to put my brush. And be done with this page. We'll see what we think after it's sealed. Somehow sealing it sometimes helps me like it better. I don't know why. Okay, one more thing I'm going to do is take my Posca pen, the black one, and I'm just going to outline around the words. I'm not going to color the words in. I'm just going to go around them in a sketchy kind of form. Sketchy's easy. You don't have to worry about being so perfectly straight, because if I had to be straight, oh, we'd probably have a meltdown if I had to be straight with my lines. Alright, that's all I want to do. Now I'm going to give you a close-up, and actually I'm liking this, okay? I can't believe I like it, because I really wasn't liking it up to the very end almost, but I really have grown to like this a lot just since I sealed it and adding the white pop here. And when I look at it sealed and look at the lines and everything and the colors, I love it. And especially because we used the inspiration from this page, the word rainbow, we used all the colors in the rainbow, plus some. And I went back and read this again and realized it says dance in color. And I read it before, but I just forgot what it said. But can you think of a color? I mean, can you think of anything but color when you look at this? I mean, we are dancing in color. So we have accomplished our goal. Like I said in the last video, I don't like to compare what I've done to this page. When I show you it's like this and this, it's like, oh. But when I do this and I look at it by itself, I really like it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making these pages. They are so fun, and it's a way of getting out of your comfort zone, stepping outside the box, and just being creative. So it's time to do the little flip through now. So I'm going to go back to January and show you the inspiration page real quick. This is for the newcomers, and the ones who've been around a while. If you enjoy the flip through, then this is for you too. And then there's February, and there's my page, and March, and there's March, and April, and there's my April, and there's May, and that's my May, and June, which is a video that just went up not too long ago, 2 days ago, a day ago. June, and then July. Okay, so what I love about this is you can see all these colors in the background even after I put layers of stuff on it, and you can still see the meter stamp, and the butterfly or the moth stayed. And this is how I signed my name this time. Usually I write Laurie, but this time I wrote LRH because writing with a paintbrush is not as easy, especially the one I was using. And so I don't know if you can see it. I kind of like that. I may practice that and start using that as my signature on my art. So, one more look. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you for watching and being here, and I appreciate it. All the newcomers, welcome and thank you. And all of you who've been with me for a while, I appreciate it a lot. I really do. All right, talk to you guys later. I'll put some photos at the end for you. Bye-bye.